So what do shoppers think of it all? The rise of the ready meal has made cooking quicker, easier and much more affordable, but at what cost? Have we, in effect, chosen to live in a society of cheap food and simply have to accept the food scares that go with it? Our social affairs editor, Jackie Long, has this.
I'm going to say goodbye.
No, don't say goodbye. It sounds so permanent.
It's only for a very short time. Look after yourself.
It was a love affair that has turned out to be anything but brief. The ready meal, once a quirky innovation, has become a staple of the British diet.
Especially handy for people who aren't used to being on their own.
In the decades since ready meals arrived, the way we eat, the way we shop for food has been transformed. The supermarkets have become the giants of the high street, their battlegrounds, convenience and price. For many critics, this horsemeat scandal is merely the inevitable consequence of the endless pursuit of cheaper and cheaper food.
I've taken the fish, I took a bit of parsley.
Rosalind Rathouse has been teaching cookery for almost 50 years. She also worked on some of the very first supermarket ready meals in the early 80s. She says at the time, it was nothing short of a revolution.
In those days, it was mainly women cooking. It made such a difference to women, especially women that were working, because you suddenly had a meal for your family without having to cook it. It's made us far more cosmopolitan in what we eat. There's been a huge food culture change, and I think that's been good because there's nothing you can't buy, so you're exposed to a lot of different meals. That's a lovely part of it, I think.
The very early ready meals may have been convenient, but they weren't actually that cheap. Now 1 in 3 of us eat one every week. The combined ready meal market is worth more than £1.8 billion a year. For Rosalind Rathouse, the revolution has gone sour.
People can eat a ready meal every day now. In the 80s, you wouldn't have had a ready meal every day. You wouldn't have even been able to afford doing it every day. And as they've become more popular, and as the price has dropped by buying food that's cheaper to put into the meals, I think they've become affordable. And that's why people are buying them. In some cases, they're more affordable than buying good ingredients yourself. And I think that cost has always been such a factor in ready meals that they become suspect now. There's no provenance, no one knows where things are coming from. Well, we've seen it.
And for some shoppers, the love affair with ready meals seems to be cooling, for now at least.
I've made my own hamburgers from now on, so at least I know what's inside it.
My parents are originally from Africa, and that's the way we were raised. We weren't raised popping stuff into a microwave, so it's never been something that's been appealing to me anyway. So,
and does it make you feel more secure in terms of what
smug.
you...
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, sorry.
I keep his favourite finder's lasagne.
There's no doubt that consumer confidence has been badly hit. The question is it bad enough to change the way we eat for good?
Jackie Long reporting.